It's Breezy on Ice Podcast, and I'm back with another episode for the podcast. And it looks like Kevin Durant and Devin Booker has gotten the Phoenix Suns back in the series. The series is all knotted up at 2-2 after going down 2-0 to the Denver Nuggets, losing the first two games on the road. KD and Devin Booker have been playing big the last two games at home. More importantly, Devin Booker has been the anchor of this run, playing big in the last two games, man. Devin Booker has been on a tear. KD has helped him out. And basically, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker has been the whole team for the Phoenix Suns. Not getting much help from anybody else, very little production from the other players around them. And that's kind of scary because, this Denver Nuggets team, even though I feel like they are a really good team, I do feel like they are flat. I always say that they are a flat team. And what I mean by a flat team, they are flat, meaning that they don't play up to their potential throughout the whole series, or in games in particular, they have laps where they don't look as great as they are, or as good as they are, I should say. And that's a problem because when you're that good, you should be able to, put the ball in the basket, get timely buckets, get timely stops. I mean, Aaron Gordon is a good player. We know how good he is from his Orlando Magic days. Michael Porter Jr. is good. Joker is an MVP. I mean, a former MVP. I believe. What is he? One-time MVP, or does he have two? I'm not sure. He might have two. I'm not too sure. I think he has one though. But he's an MVP. He's a former MVP. And Jamal Murray is a bucket getter, man, and we know how instrumental and how important he is to the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, I believe, go as far as Jamal Murray takes them. A lot of people say, well, how can you say that when Joker is the guy who's getting the big bucks and is the guy who commanded a lot of attention? Well, I say that because Jamal Murray is the X factor. Jamal Murray is the guy that can get this team where it needs to be going, because he's the little engine that could, compared to the Joker. I mean, Joker's going to get you the points, he's going to get you the rebounds, he's going to get you assists. He's just a well-rounded player. He had a great game tonight. It just wasn't a losing effort. They did their part. They did their part, and Murray and Joker, they did their part. It's just that KD and Booker was just too much, and that's the problem. When you have two guys like Kevin Durant who get buckets, and Devin Booker who get buckets easy, man, and make it look easy. Especially Kevin Durant, he makes it look so easy. He can get 25, 30 effortlessly with his eyes closed. Devin Booker, we know once he gets scorching hot, he's hot. So far he's been consistent. He hasn't had one of them Devin Booker games where he come up small. Hopefully in this playoff series he doesn't come up small, especially if they're going to end up winning this series. Like I said, they took care of home court. They took care of home court. They got home court advantage back. Now Game 5 is the next pivotal game. I believe whoever wins Game 5 will win this series. Like I said, Game 3 and Game 5 are the most important games in this series. And so far, the Phoenix Suns has won Game 3. And let's see if they can win Game 5. I believe if they win Game 5, this series is over in 6. But if they tend to lose Game 5, I believe that it will probably be a Game 7. And they will lose a Game 7 in Denver. So they have to win Game 5, steal that game in Denver, and then go back home for Game 6 and close it out in Phoenix. But KD and Book got to play big, man. They got to continue to play big, man, if they're going to win this series and advance to the Western Conference Finals. The Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers is a 2-2 series as well, as Philly won by 1 point, won a 1 point game tonight. Joel Embiid and James Harden played big, man. James Harden went for 42. I think Embiid had 34, 36. Second big game for James Harden in this series. James Harden is the guy that's going to be very pivotal in this series. If Philly is to advance, he has to play like James Harden in Houston. He has to play with that Houston James Harden element if they're gonna win this series. We know Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart and them guys. They are a very, very good team, man. They're not gonna lay down easy. I do expect them to bounce back. And again, whoever wins Game 5 is going to win the series. So if Boston finds a way to win Game 5, just know that they're going to win the series, whether it goes 6 or 7. I believe Boston is the deeper team than Philly. And Maxey is due for a game. Tobias Harris is due for a solid game. So if Tobias Harris or Maxey can have a big game, or have big games, and if PJ Tucker could pour in a big game and hit a couple of shots, not necessarily like score 20 or 15, but if PJ Tucker could give you 10 points, hit a couple of 3-pointers, maybe 12 points, hit a couple of 3-pointers, that's going to be good. Tobias Harris, we know he can give you 18 or 20, so if Tobias gives you 18 or 20 along with James Harden and Joel Embiid getting their numbers, that's just the icing on the cake. Especially if Maxey can get, 20, 25. You say Harden gets 30. Joel Embiid might have a big game, get 40 next game out. And if Maxey could give you 20, 25, and Tobias Harris could give you 18, and PJ Tucker could give you 10 or 12, that's solid production right there against a very good Celtics team, man. You know that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's going to play their games. They're going to be there respectfully. And Malcolm Brogdon is the guy that you got to worry about coming off the bench. He can hit big shots. Al Horford can also turn back the hands of time and turn into Al Horford from Atlanta, when he was getting big buckets and stuff like that. Al Horford also played in Philadelphia, I believe, so, it's interesting to see him playing against Philly. And, yeah, man, it's good, man. These series is getting good. Things is getting tight and close. LA won. Anthony Davis had an Anthony Davis-esque game the other night. He was back to being Anthony Davis and doing what Anthony Davis does. That's what helped LA get the win. D'Angelo Russell played good. He put in decent numbers. Andrew Wiggins caught a poster on Anthony Davis. He posterized him. Andrew Wiggins is a guy that when he really gets going, man, he's a special player. It's just that he's been out. He missed a lot of games due to a personal matter, taking care of some family issues. I'm glad he's back on the court, playing. Steph and Clay, those guys is good. They down 2-1 right now. They got blown out. Jordan Poole is not the same Jordan Poole he was last year in the playoffs. I don't know if if he's allegedly dating Ice Spice. I don't know if that's interfering with his game and him trying to do too much. But I need Jordan Poole to get productive. And Jordan Poole definitely needs to get back on track, especially if the Warriors is going to beat the Lakers and make it to the Western Conference Finals. They are the defending champions, so anything less than the Western Conference Finals is a disappointing season, in my opinion, especially when you are the guys defending the crown, And the only way you could defend your crown is to make it to the NBA Finals again. And if you lose there, you lose there. But if you lose in any round before that, you basically just, cool with, being the champions of last year, because that's what you're going to be considered once you get bounced. And I believe that they can still beat this LA team. Klay Thompson is due. He had a 3-point game, but I think he's due to erupt. Really erupt. What Steph is going to do. Like I said, if Jordan Poole can join the Splash Brothers and join the pool party, that's going to be pivotal. And his production is needed, and he got to get going. And Andrew Wiggins, like I said, I expect him to work his way back slowly as he's doing. But Andrew Wiggins is going to have a nice little game, I believe, sooner or later. He's shaking off some of the rust and stuff like that. So we shall see how this thing goes. The Knicks is down 2-1. Jimmy Butler came back and played Game 3. They won Game 3. The Knicks gotta try to win Game 4 in Miami to go back to the Garden 2-2 I believe if they fall 3-1, they're gonna be in trouble. The Knicks team is good. It's really good. I'm not a Knicks fan. I bash the Knicks a lot. I make fun of the Knicks, but it's good to see them in the playoffs. It's good for New York. It's good for the city, especially now with the Rangers not being in the playoffs anymore after losing to the New Jersey Devils. So now it's only New York team to root for. The New York baseball teams are struggling right now. As of late, they're not playing too well. I know the baseball season is still early, but the Mets is probably a 500 team or below that. The Yankees is probably only a couple of games above 500 after losing tonight. So, the baseball teams are struggling. The basketball team is the only team that the city has left right now to root for and get behind. And if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that'd be great, even though, like I said, I'm not the biggest Knicks fan, but it is my city. I do love my city. I do represent my city. And as much as I joke and clown around about them, not being that great and stuff like that, but they have a good team this year. Jalen Brunson was a great addition. Pairing them with Randall and adding Josh Hart. The Knicks got to keep Josh Hart. I believe Josh Hart makes them better coming off the bench. You probably just need like one piece or two pieces. You probably one piece or two pieces away now once you lock Josh Hart in and making a good run in the playoffs, man. And like I said, that's going to be great for the city. I'm wishing them the best and hoping they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, even though I joke around with, colleagues and my friends about, having a parade in South Beach. I just be clowning, man. I don't really mean that shit. South Beach is a beautiful place, beautiful city. Weather is nice women, all the time, beautiful beaches, and again, nice women, nice bodies. Great place to just hang out and have a good time. But a parade in New York City is nothing like it. The Knicks fans been waiting years for another championship, and if this is the year for them to do it, it would be a beautiful thing. I won't hate on that. So, that's all I got right now. Peace and love as always. Like, comment, subscribe. Got more content coming. I'm not sure if any WNBA games is on today, but if there was any WNBA games, I'm gonna overlook it and make another video probably tomorrow talking about those games and seeing how the season is starting off and how it's progressing and how the new New York Liberty is looking. But again, like, comment, subscribe. Peace and love as always. Breezy on Ice Podcast. Breezy out.